Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome to Ed's Drafts. In this video I'm going to be doing a overview and my thoughts on somewhat unusual products, at least for my channel anyway, of this Autosol Metal Polish. And what it is basically what it says on the tin. It's a metal polish, or in this case like a toothpaste thingy. So looks like so. Now what it does is basically, as you see on my desk here, so it can clean the chrome finish. You wouldn't believe what these mirrors were before. They were absolutely filthy in terms of rust, in terms of weathering and whatnot. And I wasn't sure really if I'm gonna restore them to what you see on my desk now, but I did. And for that reason, I want to share with you my opinions about this product. Now, what it does basically is you have to understand first how the coloring and all that on the metal works. So for instance, this piece right here is the same as this piece right here. But as you see, the discoloration difference between the two is just crazy. So one of them, so let's go with this one for the moment. So one of them has all this weathering on it. And what it is basically you have a layer of metal or chrome or paint or whatever other surface, but it's also covered in a layer of gunk, of oxidation, of all sorts of chemicals from the weathering, and these chemicals prevent it from being what it should be. Now this is obviously not a new item, but this one has been cleaned with Autosol and this one hasn't been. So you see the difference is quite big, but you also have to be very careful because, for instance, these are chrome mirrors, so that's fine, but you have to understand that is just a metal, or in some cases even plastic, covered with very thin layer of chrome. So essentially what you're doing is you're cleaning this oxidation, taking the layer of oxidation, but you're also taking a layer of the chrome, very thin one at that, but you are doing that. So while you're cleaning the rust, taking all the gunk off it and making it look like new, you also somewhat affecting the quality of the product in terms of what's the thickness of cover. Now in this case right here, it's not a spray of chrome or anything like that. It's just simply the type of metal used to make the part. So if you have aluminum part, or if you have, I don't know, stainless steel part, these are way easier to clean without affecting them in the long term, because what you're doing is you're taking off a layer that has all the dirt on it and you're showing the metal underneath. And that's fine because you're not destroying the metal, and it will take you years to remove so many layers that the shape would change. Well, with chrome and other finishes such as paintwork, is completely different. The reason I'm saying this is because you have to be careful, especially on painted surface, and you have to understand how something like this works. Now, I don't know exact way of it's working, and I've tried it with a microscope, looking at the aluminum foil on the matte part and seeing how it would make it shiny, and it does make it shiny. And I think it has two components in it. One, it has some sort of oil made, as a crude oil made additive that would eat through all these layers, the gunk and everything, and would chemically remove it. And another part is very, very fine abrasion, which I couldn't even see through microscope. Well, I don't have a fancy microscope, but I couldn't see that these abrasive particles in that. And that's how I think how it works. So having said that, when you're using this product and when you're getting great results, it's all good and well, but you should use something like gloves, because you don't know exactly what's in it, and you wouldn't want this thing to go into your skin. And also breathe it in. So if you're using it, use it in well vented area, because it has a little bit of an acidic kind of a smell to it, or scent, or whatever you call it. So yeah, this is Autosol. It turns dirt parts into newish looking parts, and it cleans all the gunk of it. Obviously it doesn't clean everything off it, because as you can clearly see on this part, for instance, there was so much oxidation that it made its way through the chrome, and it made kind of huge gaps in the metal. And these cannot be cleaned because these are physical imperfections. It's not just cosmetic damage on the outside, or very thin, very tiny particles that made their way through. These are collections of rust, and these won't be cleaned. They just need to be recoated. So as long as you understand that, it's all good and well. And as I said, works on chrome, works on metals like this. Now, just come back to that for a second. One more thing I forgot to mention, the metal has to be very well polished. So the surface already coming from the factory, or whatever you're doing to it, has to be very nice and clean and shiny and even surface. If it's rough surface, you're not going to make it shiny with a paste like this. You're going to spend ages trying to do that. So make sure that what you're trying to make shiny was shiny at some point. For instance, cookers and sinks and aluminum parts that were polished before and just got weathered over time, really, they can be cleaned and restored to nearly new condition. Where if you had some rough surfaces that were never shiny before, you're going to be using this product for ages, and you barely make anything look any way better. So yeah, you just have to understand what this product is and what it does and how the surfaces are coated with different materials and how they were prepared in the factory. Having said that, I think it's a great product, and that's why I'm sharing this video with you, because it worked great on these chrome mirrors, it worked great on the indicators, and it worked great on every part on my motorcycle. So whether it was stainless steel, aluminum, some coated chrome part, or exhaust can, for instance, all these parts benefit from these things, and even things in the kitchen, like as I said, like a sink and the cooker, if they are made from stainless steel, for instance. Now, one thing you shouldn't be using this product on is paint, and I think plastic. They do say you can use it on plastic, so I'll probably share with you a picture of my taillight, of my motorcycle taillight that I tried to polish with this product, and it turned out to be great. But I just think there are other products that you should be using on the plastic because they provide UV protection and all that, where this product just cleans the top layer but doesn't really do anything to protect it in the long run. Talking about the long run, these parts will be fine, so will these, and the stainless steel cooker that I cleaned will be fine as well for a while. But they will get all this dirt and gunk and everything over them over time, and they will need to be cleaned once again. So it's not a miracle product, guys. But having said that, I think it's a great one. To use it, it's very simple. So obviously you need to buy paste like this. Be very careful where you buy it. The reason I say this is because the price can vary from anywhere, say €3.50 or about $4 to €12, which would be about $15. So it depends which store you buy it from. They can either rip you off or they can give you a good deal. And obviously get yourself some gloves like this, disposable gloves or reusable gloves, whatever you want to use it to protect your skin. And you can use any rag. So I'm using microfiber cloth right there, but you can also use something like an old hand towel or kitchen towel or something like that, and it works perfectly fine. And yeah, the technique is you just rub it in slowly, let it do its thing. So as I said, there's some sort of chemical that gets rid of the oxidation, and then after that you obviously will need to use some fine motion to make it shiny again. You can also use motorized tools, so one of these drills with the drill bit adapters to polish the parts, but in all fairness, it works so well you don't really need to use drill or anything like this, because also what you can do with drill, you can produce so many revolutions per minute, as in so much abrasion, that you can actually damage the layer, especially when you're talking about chrome. So that's my take on Autosol Metal Polish and what I think about it. I think it's a great product, but I think you also have to know what it does, how it does it, and it's not a miracle. It's just something that works great for on everyday objects and restores them to their previous glory. So that's that. Thanks guys for watching. If you know more about this product, or if you have noticed something, let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.